Start off just opening statement on the day and the scrimmage and how you felt.
Well, I thought it was a great day. I thought this spring has been outstanding. They know how to practice, and that's the big thing. They know how to take care of each other. We went live 3 times like we're allowed. Had a great scrimmage today. Really liked the things I saw on both sides of the football.
Obviously, you can't win, in the spring, but you can lose too. So health-wise, how are you guys coming out? How are you feeling about how your team's conditioned?
Oh, great. Feel really good. We had a lot of guys, not a lot, but we had a few guys that could have gone today that we held out. And we knew going into the spring we had a few guys that, had postseason injuries that will be back and be cleared June 1st.
What was it like to see the defense come out and get a couple strip sacks or picks, in that spot and get out there? Obviously, they're not going to compete and run into the house, but what was it like to see them kind of get after it a little bit?
Yeah, you're right. We told them going in, if the ball's on the ground or we get a turnover, a quick whistle.
Yeah.
And so, but they're probably a little mad at me for blowing the whistle. But no, our defensive line's been extremely active. They've been extremely active all spring. Really like our up front. We say it all the time, you're only as good as right down the middle of your defense. And I'm really excited about the interior D-line that we have, the defensive ends. But it starts with Giannini. Giannini will be back. He had a slight pull. Lucas Hunter, you felt him today. I mean, he was all over the place. Really was active. And you're seeing a lot of new faces in there, too, that are getting their opportunities.
You think of all the position groups, Coach, depth is so important at wide receiver. Everyone knows about Dakota, but Kevin Barnett's been a name you guys have said over and over again. What's he been able to build off of last year? And again, the day seemed like he had a pretty good day.
He did, and he's had a really good spring. And today it was kind of a breakout day for him. And, the thing that we have is we have not one, but we got two, not two, but 3, 4, 5 guys, right? And they can all make plays. And one day you saw Harry Van Dyne making plays all over the field. Next day you see Dakota Caton making plays all over the field. Today you saw KB doing it. And then another day you saw DeAndre Rhodes. And then, so a lot of guys getting a lot of valuable time.
Running back is another group. I mean, how difficult is it going to be for you guys to pick who's going to get in there? Dinka leading the way, T. Hodge shortly behind, but saw today Ples Lawrence, Dawson Basinger had some good runs. Corbin's had a good spring too.
Really has. Corbin's had a really good spring. Really like the way T's I've been running the football. He runs with authority. Got banged up a little bit. Minor jumped right back in there and ran with a purpose. And but I'm really pleased with the way T has. Saw some good things throughout spring with Ples. Dawson was back. It was really good to see Dawson out there. And of course, C.J. Cooper got some good valuable reps today too.
Just how nice is it kind of seeing Cade get more and more, comfortable? He talked about, taking on that vocal leadership role. Yeah. We know he can do it out there on the field. What have you been impressed with so far this spring?
His leadership. You got someone special when he can lead the whole team. And I've had a group of guys. You had a guy like Jonas Griffith. Dante Hendricks. Those type of guys. We got great leadership, and but he's not only a leader on the offense; he'll be a leader of this football team.
You touched on it too with Luke there about the receiving core and everyone, but Dakota does have all eyes on him now. With Dante obviously being gone, how excited are you to see him kind of fully healthy, being able to go out there and do what he does?
Yes. He I don't know if he got his toe cut in the turf or what have you. He's fine, but we just were being cautious today. But he's had an unbelievable spring. We had a conversation, and it was hey, you got to make every ball that's thrown to you, and he took that to heart, and that's what he's looked like all spring. That ball's in the air, he's going to come down with it, and that's what kind of spring he's had. He's been tremendous.
We know how you feel about the defensive front. You feel the same way about the offensive front though too, because it's hard to pass or run if your line's not getting it done.
That's right. That's right.
Those guys up front ready to take that next step this year for you.
Yeah, we've got some veterans that have played a lot of football. I'm really pleased with the leadership with Jose and Keegan. Obviously Carter Heron. Those are 3 guys. Griffin Comer's been right in there. I mean, those guys have really had a good spring, and they're tough. Griffin, I don't know if there's a tougher guy on his football team than Griffin. He got rolled up on, and he could have probably gone back in there. But he's a tough guy. But really like the way the offensive line's gelling, and we just got to keep doing that throughout the summer.
What was it like to just see your guys, offensive and defensive side of the ball, making plays and just celebrating and the intensity, right? You probably haven't seen that yet from some of those guys. What was it like for this kind of first go-around to see that out here in the spring to wrap it up?
It was good, Hunter, to see guys go back and forth, and that's what you want to see. You want to see a nice drive at the beginning, score a touchdown. Okay, then the defense responds, and then they have a fourth down stop, and then there was some good back and forth. And I thought, you get a first down, and I cut it off, but I thought we were active, but I thought it went both ways. I really did. I thought there was good stuff on both sides of football.
As you break the spring now, Coach, what's really your message to your group and now the importance of the next step, which is the summer before you get back here in the fall?
Well, it'll all determine how they go home in the month of May. We're no different than any Division I football team right now. We're in the middle of finals, about to start finals, and then we'll go home for a little bit. And everyone's doing that, right? What'll separate us is how we handle that and how we come back in June. And that was the main challenge, Luke, is, when we go home, we got to have not a good May, but great May. Because when we come back in June, we got to get ready to go.
Coach, obviously spring ball's about, growth and figuring out what you got. Just what are some of the biggest takeaways you had after wrapping up spring ball today?
Well, up front, I thought our activity up front, defensive line, a lot of guys got a lot of reps. And that's what spring ball is all about. Guys that have played a lot of football, really taking that next step and being not a good player, but being a great player. The Harry Van Dynes. I mean, Harry Van Dyne is going to be as good a wide receiver as there is in this conference. I'm just telling you. You're seeing guys like Tice Farrell, who's played a lot of football, playing at a different level. Dakota Caton, who we've talked about. Cade Chambers, the guys I've mentioned up front. But seeing these guys that have played a lot of football, the Jeffrey Browns, the Garrett Olendikes, obviously Lucas Hunter, Antonio Harris. You're seeing these guys now playing at a different level.